boobs.
Hello everybody, they might have caught that. If you get in early, you may hear something slightly inappropriate. Just kidding. Hello, how are you going? All right, so before we get into it, while everyone's coming in and joining, I'm going to do some shares. And can you grab your phone and you'll do some shares as well? We'll get started in just a sec, guys. We just have some audiences that we want to share today's video with. So we're going to do that now while you're all coming in. Oh, yes, they can hear us. Great. I'm going to mute my TV, which is where we're going to be reading the comments from. All right. Oh, Melody joined. Hello. All right, so mute. We're muted over here. You share for you, I'll share for me. I've got my laptop, so if you're wondering what I'm looking at, hi, Melody says hi. If you're wondering what I'm looking at, I'm just sharing on our laptops. We've got somebody else coming in. Say hi, tell us who you are, where you're from. What are you drinking? I have tea. Sorry, I get shouty on my live videos because I get so excited to be talking to people that aren't toddlers and young children. It's just so nice to talk to real people. It is fun. All right, so I'm just going to share this. Where am I? Got to get the right link. I'm drinking tea today. It's regular tea today, black tea with milk.
Sorry to my friends, I just shared it twice.
Hi Morgan, Morgan's here. Hello,
hi, Morgan.
You're live. What are you drinking, Morgan? Have you got tea? I've got regular tea today. I had so much peppermint tea this morning that I've started to feel like a peppermint plant today. It's a bit crazy. So, okay, so share, I was showing. Are you already finished?
Well,
gee, you're good.
See, I'm a newbie. I haven't done this before. And so I hit share and it shared and I thought, okay, now I'll go to my page, but that hasn't worked. So I'm just going to hope everyone saw that.
We can share later too.
I invited some people too.
That's nice. Good.
I'm learning.
Yeah, we learn as we go. And we always, lemon and ginger today. Oh, good choice. I should have gone lemon and ginger tea.
Yum.
Oh, good choice. We'll have that this afternoon. This afternoon. All right.
She hasn't heard of wine.
Oh yeah, we'll have wine. Melody was just telling me, this is my sister by the way, we'll do a proper intro in a minute, but Mel was just telling me that I should be doing lives at night as well, because that's when we all kind of put the kids to bed and then go, let's relax and have a wine. And I do have wine at night, I just don't do it live on Facebook, but that could be a thing to do. So if anybody wants to do that with us.
For sure,
yes.
I'll be in it. Pepper Jack Shiraz.
Oh, nice. And I will have Aldi cask wine because we're on mortgage elimination. Yeah, I've been telling the guys about how we're trying to pay off as much of the mortgage as possible this year, and $100 a week grocery budget has led to some very interesting meals. Very interesting meals. Tonight will be especially interesting because I'm going to try and marinate honey and soy chicken drumsticks for the first time, and then cook them successfully. I don't know if it's going to happen. Okay, so what am I sharing? I'm going to share it with my Simple Business group because they are getting into Facebook Lives.
Cool.
And I want to share with them how fun they are. So we'll do this. Simple Business with Marissa Roberts.
Drunken live videos.
I'm like drunk history, but Facebook Live. It's going to be awesome.
Morgan and I have met twice, I think. She knows us really well.
Yeah, you know us really well by now. I'm live today on Facebook, so come take a peek and learn how Facebook Live can be so much fun. I'm also going to write in Great for Your Business because, guys, I also have a separate business called Beautifully Organised Business, and it teaches people how to do this sort of stuff. And I love chatting with you guys live, and I love it for two reasons. One, it's really fun. Two, it boosts my blog and business so that I've got more freedom to stay at home with the family and chat with you guys online. So that's things that I share for work. So I'm going to do that now, just very quickly. I'm live today on Facebook. Come take a peek and learn how Facebook Live can be so much fun. And also boost your blog and business, which is a very good point, right? Because we both have our own businesses.
We do.
Yes, we do. We both have our own businesses, and us coming together today is a really good opportunity for like your community to learn about me and my community to learn about you, and they're walking away with an actual technique that's going to help them in their life as well. So they get free good stuff, and we get to meet new people, and everybody wins.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay. So I'll share that. Okay, we're done. I am shared, so I'm going to get rid of the laptop and we will jump in. So remember, if you're joining us live, make sure you say hi because we want to say hi back. And if you're not live and you're watching the recording later, then say hi anyway because we always go back and we check comments and we answer questions.
And I like when those little blue thumbs up travel across the screen.
Yes, we love likes and we love hearts. So go ahead and press them if you want. If you're worried you're going to miss the rest of the live video because you have to drop in and out or you're chasing kids or you're going to work or anything like that, then just share this video to your own timeline and you can go back and watch it whenever you want. You can save videos on Facebook as well, but I've found that it's really hard to find them again unless Facebook reminds me. So yeah. Anyway, so those who have shared, lovely. We will see you later if you can't stay on for the video. Should we jump in? I've done enough rambling.
Absolutely.
Yay! Okay, so Mel is here because last week before?
Yeah, week before last, I think.
Yeah, week before last, she shared this really cool technique. It's really, really simple and it's, oh, thank you for the likes. It's really, really simple. Oh, Auntie Christine's here.
Hi.
Hi, Auntie Christine.
How's your knee?
Have your knees doing better? Say hi in the comments. Tell my mum we're on. Our mum that we're on. So yeah, a couple of weeks ago, Mel shared this really cool technique. It's very simple. If you'd like it, you can try it tonight and do it straight away in your house too. But it basically helps your kids remember all the things they need to take with them, right? Every day for school. Now, I know a lot of you have kids like our kids who are very active kids and like to do a lot of things. Whether you parent like me, which is a little bit lazy, and we don't do a whole lot of after school activities, but we do a lot during school, like drawing club, band, library, all that stuff goes on at school, or whether you have kids that do after school stuff, and I think you must do a mix, right? A little bit at school, a little bit after. So what is soccer?
At the moment it's soccer, basketball, drama, and yeah, they've been doing something after school most days since they were toddlers.
Yep. So they're very, you've got to be very well organised to make sure you haven't forgotten anything, because it's that moment first thing in the morning, right, where you think, I've got to have everything ready now. Because if you're like us, if you're juggling work and school and work and kids and housework and social life and family stuff and everything, whether it's paid work or homework or whatever, it's hard to get a handle on all of the things. And it's like we have to remember everything, but we also have to teach our kids long term, right, to grow up and be responsible and take care of things like this themselves, and also take the pressure off us.
And that's exactly the problem that I had. So when they were toddlers, every Sunday night, once the kids were in bed, I would go out to my car and I would line up in the boot all the bags for the week. Swimming bag, basketball bag, soccer bag, all lined up ready to go.
It's very clever too. I didn't know she did that. It's very clever.
Well, the thing is, it was clever at that point because the little peeps, they couldn't help. You know, they were just too small. They couldn't reach in the boot. But now they're at that age, you know, 11 and 9, where I'm starting to think, why aren't you helping? And it's because I didn't ever expect that from them.
Yeah, so it's like they never even thought of it. It's not that they didn't want to do it. It's that the thought never occurred because they didn't actually know that it needed to happen.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, so rather than get frustrated, you have to come up with a solution, don't you?
Yes. Or you get frustrated first. And then you have to come up with a solution. Yes, which is basically me. Do the yelling and then solve the problem. Yes. All right, so do you want to share... Well, I like to follow a little bit of a pattern when we interview each other. So why do you think this is important for people to try? What sort of benefit do you guys get out of running the technique that you're about to show us today? What's the best thing about it?
I think the best thing is it's not taking up any of my time anymore. So I can sing out to the kids, check your list, make sure you've got what you need, and I can walk out the door heading for work knowing that they've got all of the tools that they need to get them through the rest of the day. Whether that's me that's going to benefit in the end, or as many people know, I do have a lot of help, you know, running the kids around, especially in the afternoons, getting them to the different places. Yeah. And I shouldn't really be expecting Nana to remember every little thing that the kids need when they're 11 and 9 and should know full well exactly what they need to get them through the Arvo.
Fair enough.
So
it's a nice way to take that pressure off everybody else as well as teach them responsibly in the long run.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Really good. All right, well, let's share what it is.
So, in my house, we have some signage.
Hold up real close so I can see.
It changes every day. So I have a Monday through Friday list of everything that the kids have to leave the house with that morning, no matter who they're going with and where they're going. So obviously school is the first stop. But yeah, they have a list that's posted at the front door, ready to go, that tells them exactly what they should be leaving the house with. It usually goes according to plan, so we've been doing it for a few. Beauty. I've got this fantastic idea. I've got days of the week, I've got them coloured different ways so that you can never mix up.
Most reliable. Yeah. Oh, we're back. Hang on, I have to airplay this again so we can see comments. We're back.
Yay.
Heidi. Hi, Heidi.
Hi.
We just got cut off and then we had to come back. So if that happens, if you're watching us live, don't give up. Don't give up. If you're watching the recording, the worst that can happen is we come back pretty much straight away for you guys watching the recording. But once it's turned off the volume and you had to like wiggle the video back and forth to hear me talk again.
Oh.
Which, if that's happening right now, no
Will
one
be
will
rather
understand
funny.
while I'm doing that. Anyway, we're back. So, where were we?
Yes, so I have these U-Butte signs posted at the door that the children leave through. If you put it at any other door, it doesn't work.
Yes.
I learned that the hard way.
So, it has to be as they're leaving the house.
Yep, as they're leaving the house, they check off the list, make sure they've got what they need. So I don't know if you can see this, but on Wednesdays, Caitlin only needs her school gear. Seth needs also his basketball gear because he goes to training.
Oh, hang on a sec. Steve says we're dropping out his. Hi, Steve.
Hi.
Hi. I know, but when we watch the recording later, it'll smooth it out for us on Facebook. So keep watching. Keep watching. Or if you have to go, watch the recording later. Okay, fine.
And yeah, so anyway, first day I thought, you beauty, I've got it all set up. Nothing can possibly go wrong. So everything's set up the night before, ready to go. The sign is up on the back of the door. We all go to sleep, wake up in the morning, do our usual routine. Open the house up, start cooking brekkie, raise the kids, chase them around, make sure that they're on their way to getting ready, and then I head off for work. And Nana rolls on in to pick the kids up. And Seth forgot, what did he forget? I think it was his drink bottle. And I think Caitlin forgot her computer for school.
So they both forgot something?
Yep.
Ah.
Yep. Because when you can't see the sign because it's on the back of the front door that's open to let the breeze in, it doesn't work as well as you thought it would.
So the sign was positioned correctly, but the door was open so no one could see the sign.
Exactly.
As they walked out the house. And then they shut the door behind them and no one saw the sign.
Exactly.
I can see how that would make it difficult. Yes. So what do you do now instead?
So now it sits beside the door, right under the key holder, where you can't miss it.
That's under the key holder is clever. Mel's got this great key holder on the back, on the like right next to her door. Our key holder's in our kitchen, so it's kind of like in between two doors. It's not as convenient because I forget to put my keys on there sometimes. But yours is really good.
Yeah,
the way it is. So
and
you
my
put it
keys
under
are always on there, aren't they, Steve?
So sometimes I go to your house and you put my keys on your key ring holder, and then I haven't done it myself, so I forget. When you had the sign up, it was back to front. I know. Facebook. We could change that because we're using the front-facing camera, right? But if we do it the other way, we wouldn't be able to see. Well, we could see the comments because we could watch on the TV.
True.
But it's harder to kind of keep an eye on who's joining, and yeah. But we will try that in the future. So next time you come on, we'll try the back-facing
backwards,
camera.
and then I'll.
We will. We'll print them backwards. Or we'll have a little mirror. Just kidding. But yes, thank you for the heads up. Because if anyone else at home is wondering about that, it's not you guys watching. It's our camera doing it. So it failed the first time.
Yes.
But you made the change the very next night.
Yes.
And how's it gone since then?
Yeah, it's been really good. Yeah. And it's sort of there and it's brightly coloured and it stands out. Hopefully it will continue to stand out.
Yeah, because the danger sometimes is people get used to seeing something. But you know what I like about yours? Can you pass me one? This is what I really like about Mel's. Now, you can do this any way you want, right? You could have a chart of every day put together. You could have beautiful pictures, you could have photos, especially if you've got younger kids. Photos can help as well, right? If they can't read. Yeah, because George is 5. She can read things like the zoo is open today. Right, or chocolate. She can read the word chocolate, but she can't read, you know, toothpaste. Or not toothpaste. You don't take toothpaste to school, but she, you know, basketball is a little out of her realm at the moment. But what I like about this is, even though you can do it busy and you can do all the days in a row, the part that I think works best here is it's day by day and you change it over, which you would think would be more work, right? And you think, oh, I've got to do more work. I've got to remember to change it every night. As long as you can nail the changing it every night, so you've got the correct day, you're fine. Because if you put a really big one up with all the days, yes, it could work, but
you get lost in all the information.
Yeah, and your eyes tend to not notice things that are incredibly full and busy. So the more white space you have, the better. The more, see how everything is black and white here, so it's easy to read, but you've got different colours for different children, so their eye gets drawn to their favourite colour. And you can do your kids' favourite colours, couldn't you? Yeah, so it doesn't necessarily have to be pink for a girl, blue for a boy. It can be whatever their favourite colour is. It can be whatever you have around the house if you're not printing it off a computer and you're just doing it by hand. In my house, we always run out of pink and purple texture, so most of my posters are written in green because nobody likes green. No offense if you like green, but no one in my house tends to like green. But yeah, but see why I think that would work in a number of different ways?
Yep.
Yeah, so I think that's really important. So give it a try.
The other thing to remember too is if you do a little bit of colour coordinating, it's fun for the kids to correct you if you do get it wrong. Mum, it's Wednesday. That's the Tuesday sign.
Oh, that is clever. And boost their responsibility level at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't mind getting caught out like that.
Yeah.
In fact, I would probably be tempted to test them. But
Exactly.
But maybe not until it's been working for a while. You know what else I like about yours is they're laminated. But do you have to laminate?
God, no. You can change it. And, you know, sometimes, I mean, I've already done 2 separate sets because things did change. Basketball training changed days, so they all had to change for that.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, you could do other things too. Like if you had a whiteboard on next, you know, you could do the same thing with a whiteboard. You just got to handwrite it out every day, which is kind of like, you know, we could be drinking wine in that time.
Exactly.
Or having a bubble bath.
Exactly.
Or watching Netflix. You know, you really need to save that extra couple of minutes if you can. I love that. So my last question.
Yes.
Because we have work things to do as well, don't we? Otherwise, I'd just stay on all day because it's been really fun. My last question is, but stop me if I've forgotten to say anything. Are you tempted to do an adult version for you, for Steve?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah. I have done it in a way. So when I first became a marriage celebrant, I needed that checklist to go through and make sure I ticked all the boxes because, as most of you know, a wedding ceremony has to be perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes it is really tempting to make sure that I've got something posted in the back of the card that says PA, stand, table, chair, ceremony, certificates.
Yeah.
Because just every once in a while you kind of stop and go, do I really have everything? So yeah, you could use it anywhere for anything. Yeah.
And I think you're right, because in the long term, when you're doing something that you're doing regularly, you'd think, okay, it's autopilot now, I won't forget anything. But actually, it's like your brain kind of just skips over those gaps.
Yep.
It's like you get so used to it that you forget the really obvious things that you used to have to struggle to remember. Because it's, what's that saying? It's like you're unconsciously doing it now. Like when you're driving. It's a really bad example, actually. I'm going to say it anyway. Yeah, I hope it's not just me. You know when you're driving, and you're driving safely, and you're driving well, but you drive to the same place you've driven to all the time, and you get to a point where you're like, I'm sure that was a green light I just went to.
Yes.
Well, and you know it is, because cars are coming through behind you, and no one's crashed, obviously. But you've got that sort of feeling like, I just think I knew it so well that it's like my brain didn't have to focus. That sounds really bad, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
right?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It's the same as driving to drop the kids off at school and then you realise they're not even in the back and that's not where you're heading anyway.
No. Have you done that before?
Yeah, last week.
Oh, it's like like getting ready for school on a Sunday, right? Because he's so used to getting up and getting ready for school. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So for that reason, yeah, I've taken this on a whole nother tangent. That's a whole nother show, isn't it? Actually, that's a good idea for a show.
Exactly.
Yeah, we should do that. All right. So for anybody watching today, so if Auntie Christine, you're still watching, if Heidi, if you're still on, Morgan, if you're still watching as well, it can work for the kids. It can work for the parents. I think it's a really good idea. It could work in the office. It could work at work, right? Especially a lot of my guys work from home as well. So a lot of my community are parents who either do part-time work outside of the home, a little bit of work in the home, or it's all unpaid work at home, or it's work at home and try and juggle paid work around the kids. And there's a lot to rely on your memory there. So having those sorts of ideas, it doesn't necessarily just have to be when you're leaving the house. It could apply in other areas too, right? Like cooking and work scheduling and to-do lists. I like the way that you've set it out, so it's really easy to follow. Yes, very effective. And we like simple and effective here. Simple
Definitely.
and effective. Doesn't have to be expensive, doesn't have to be fancy, doesn't have to be perfect. The whole reason we're getting organised is to make our life a lot easier. And this is a really good opportunity to role model for your kids growing up too, right? So that they're learning that being responsible adults as they grow isn't about shouldering lots of heavy responsibility. It's about finding simple solutions that assist them to overcome obstacles and hurdles. I did have one more thing I wanted to ask you, but what time is it?
No, we're good.
We're good for a couple of minutes. I wanted to say, what happens when they do forget something in the future?
Well, that has happened as well. Yeah, so one day Seth forgot his soccer gear. And I wasn't the one that was going to be with him in the afternoon. I was working.
Yep.
So he just had to survive without it. Which turned out, despite his arguments, not to be the end of the world.
That's a very good point.
Because if you go in and save them every time and stop everything that you're doing to waste half an hour of precious time running to and fro, they don't really learn anything from it, do they?
No, it's like they learn, A, Mum will always save me. So I don't need to worry that much about it myself. And B, it's like they never learn how to deal with obstacles or hurdles in life. And I forget that sometimes because I love that theory. And in theory, I'm like, okay, it's my job as a parent not to show my kids how to avoid hurdles or obstacles in life, but to teach them how to overcome them, how to jump over them, how to handle them. Because when they're adults, right, and they go into the workplace, they're not going to ring me at 9 a.m. and go, Mum, Judy's really mad at me.
Exactly.
What do? They're going to have to deal with it themselves, right? Or, I've forgotten this important paperwork for a meeting. What do? And so as they grow, learning how to overcome those little obstacles or hurdles is really important.
Or learning how to react if you can't quite overcome them in the way that you want to.
Yeah, good point. Like if it all goes totally... I didn't want to say any swear words then. If it all goes to, what to do and life doesn't end.
Exactly.
Yes. Although in practice I do find that hard because it's like my default as a mother is to save my children, and I don't think it's a bad thing to want to help them with everything. But I remember Sophie, for example, got on the bus a couple of weeks ago and the bus was about to drive off when she ran back down the front. She was going to school and said, I forgot my flute and it's band day. And I was so focused on getting her to not run off the bus that was about to leave that I said, it's fine, I'll bring your flute to school. And when I got home later, I was kicking myself. I should have gone, it's fine, just ask your music teacher what to do. It will be okay. And then just trust that the music teacher knows what to do, because she's not the first kid that would forget a flute.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's a work in progress for me. But yeah, I like that theory too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, any last things that you want to share with us before we finish up for the day?
I think I'm good. It's been fun.
It has been fun.
Yeah.
You should do it again.
I could do this more often.
Yay. Also, Mel is a wedding celebrant, right? So if you want a really cool wedding celebrant, I'm going to make sure I tag her in the top of this post. So we're in the New South Wales area. Can I say the general location? We're in the Newcastle area in New South Wales in Australia. So, sorry if you're in...
We like Newcastle, but the one here, not in the UK.
Yeah, if you're in the UK, sorry guys, we're in Australia. I mean, VIP travel could be an option, but I really, I don't know. But if you've got a wedding celebration coming up, or you've got what else did you do? Weddings?
Baby namings, commitment ceremonies, all the fun stuff.
Yep, all the fun stuff. If you're looking for somebody, she's really good because I hope you don't mind, but she did you weren't a wedding celebrant when I got married, but she was a celebrant when I had my 2 babies, and so you did their naming days. And what I really loved about them is they were stress free, right? Organising them with stress, and I like stress free. I like simple.
Fun.
Yeah, you made it really fun. You made it really stress free. She has this knack of doing a celebration that ties in and aligns to how you want it without you having to put a lot of work into getting that understanding to come across. So if you're looking for a wedding celebrant or any sort of celebrant that is easy to work with and really enjoys the job and the interactions with the people who come to the wedding and things like that, then go and check her out. Her page is Melody Johnston.
Blushing.
It's Melody Johnston - awesome wedding ceremonies. And I'm going to tag the page because you really need to go and check out her stuff. And tell her to go on Facebook more often because she's really good.
Oh,
yay!
thank you.
We should have you on one day to talk about how to simplify wedding prep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or like that'd be fun.
Yeah, or like how to yeah, I think that would be good. So if you've got a wedding coming up or a baby naming or anything like that and you have questions on how to simplify it, tell us on the Beautifully Organised page and we will ask them live.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That would be fun.
Cool.
Also, where did you get your scarf from? Because I know I'm going to get some emails in saying where did that scarf come from because it's beautiful.
It was this really classy joint. You may have heard of it. It's Kmart. $3, I think.
$3?
Yeah, it's my favourite one.
Far out. I'm used to $7. Ripped off. Kmart. Get your act together. Just kidding. I have to go to Kmart later.
Yeah.
I should go and look at scarves.
You should.
I do like
Winter ranges
scarves.
out.
Yes, although I do have red in my wardrobe this weekend.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyway, we're now just starting to talk about lots of other things, so we better say goodbye. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Bye.
We'll see you later.